Machinery room Class T is a machinery room with specific restrictions and requirements. Manufacturer is the company or organization which evidences its responsibility by affixing its name or nationally registered trademark or trade name to the refrigerating equipment concerned. Mechanical joint is a gas-tight joint obtained by the joining of metal parts through a positive holding mechanical construction. Non-positive displacement compressor is a compressor in which increasing vapor pressure is attained without changing the internal volume of the compression chamber. Piping means the pipe or tube mains for interconnecting the various parts of a refrigerating system. Piping includes pipe, flanges, bolting, gaskets, valves, fittings, the pressure-containing parts of other components such as expansion joints, strainers, and devices which serve such purposes as mixing, separating, muffling, snubbing, distributing, metering, or controlling flow. Pipe supporting fixtures and structural attachments. Positive displacement compressor is a compressor in which increase in pressure is attained by changing the internal volume of the compression chamber. Premises are the buildings and that part of the grounds for one property, where an installation would affect the safety of those buildings or adjacent property and the occupants thereof. Pressure imposing element is any device or portion of the equipment used for the purpose of increasing the refrigerant vapor pressure. Pressure limiting device is a pressure responsive mechanism designed to automatically stop the operation of the pressure imposing element at a predetermined pressure. Pressure relief device is a pressure actuated valve or rupture member designed to automatically relieve excessive pressure, not temperature actuated. Pressure relief valve is a pressure actuated valve held closed by spring or other means and designed to automatically relieve pressure in excess of its setting. Pressure vessel is any refrigerant containing receptacle of a refrigerating system other than evaporators, each separate section which does not exceed half-inch cubic feet of refrigerant containing volume. Evaporator coils, compressor, condenser coils, controls, headers, pumps, and pipings. Refrigerant is a substance used to produce refrigerating by its expansion or vaporization. Refrigerating system is a combination of interconnected refrigerating containing parts constituting one closed refrigerant circuit in which a refrigerant is circulated for the purpose of extracting heat. Rupture member is a device that will rupture at a predetermined pressure. Saturation pressure of a refrigerant is the pressure at which there is stable coexistence of the vapor in liquid or the vapor in solid phase. Sealed absorption system is a unit system for Group 2 refrigerants only in which all refrigerant containing parts are made permanently tight by welding or bracing against refrigerant loss. Self-contained system is a complete factory-made and factory-tested system in a suitable frame or enclosure which is fabricated and shipped in one or more sections and in which no refrigerant containing parts are connected in the field other than by companion or block valves. Shall, where shall or shall not is used for a provision specified, that provision is intended to be mandatory. Should Should or it is recommended is used to indicate provisions which are not mandatory but which are recommended good practice. Solder joint is a gas-tight joint obtained by the joining of metal parts with metallic mixtures or alloys which melt at a temperature not exceeding 800 degrees and above 400 degrees. Stop valve is a device to shut off the flow of refrigerant. Tenant shall be construed as a person, firm, or corporation possessed with the legal right to occupy premises. Ultimate strength is the highest stress level which the component can tolerate without rupture. Unprotected tubing is tubing which is not protected by enclosure or suitable location so that it is exposed to crushing, abrasion, puncture, or similar mechanical damage under installed conditions. Unit system is a self-contained system which has been assembled and tested prior to its installation, in which is installed without connecting any refrigerant-containing parts. A unit system may include factory-assembled companion or block valves. Welded joint is a gas-tight joint obtained by the joining of metal parts in the plastic or molded state. Alright, that was it for all the boring definitions. Now we're going to move on to the next thing, which is occupancy classification.